All right, so here we are. I started off with this FS128t. Really loved it. Been fishing my whole life. Had a video on it prior. Still like it. My kid wants to fish with me. So I made this rack for another kayak. And what I do, I went and bought a big rig about 2 days ago. Very excited. It's 13 and a half feet long, something like that. I am going to put a trolling motor right back here, and I'm going to make it fit right in those 4 pre-drilled locations. Great amount of storage, really nothing to do to it except the motor, the steering, and the battery. Seat is great. Came with those fish lip grabbers. That right there, water bottle, and a tackle box. I have my own Yak Attack light that I took off my 128t because I'm probably going to fish that big rig a lot more than the 128t. Stability wise, it's 33 and a half inches or so for the 128t versus 37 and a half for the big rig, with a support bar that's right here. Really fits my MO. I took my paddle off my 128t. I have a Garmin, I don't know what it is, right there. It's got the down view. Really nice. Haven't used it yet, but the video I've seen are amazing. My son will be using this. I have a Minn Kota freshwater 27-pound thrust motor on here. Used it about 5-6 times in the salt. No issue whatsoever. I made some outriggers that actually, let's see if I can do this, fit onto this transom mount that I've made, and it sits, sorry about the video, right in here like that, and adds about 28 pounds of flotation, along with probably a good amount of stability. I also made this rack tonight. Holds 2 kayaks. And that's from YouTube. Pretty nice. I did not support the middle on the upper kayak, but I did support the middle with that piece right there for the lower kayak, because it does have a little bit more weight. This 128t is amazing. Got stuck in some pretty big waves, about 35-mile-an-hour winds with about 3-foot waves in Saltwater Sound, right off Long Island, and the thing did pretty good. Goes about 4 miles an hour, 3.5 miles an hour, something like that. My neighbor gave me this Yeti bag. It's waterproof, airtight, so it's probably going to sit there or in my big rig. It also had some scratches from being used. I don't know if you guys can see them, but I watched a couple of videos on YouTube, especially the plastic hull. I believe he is. He is, I believe, a Jackson employee. I would definitely suggest his site. He showed me how to repair some superficial scratches with a heat gun. I picked up a heat gun for $19.99 at Home Depot. I'm going to try and hone in on this. So right about in your middle of the screen, there's some deep gouges in there that didn't really come out, but for the most part, I'd say it did about an 80% job, cosmetically speaking. Comes with a dry bag on the back of the seat. It came with lumbar support, which is Jesus, sorry. Seems to be pretty good. I added that on. Took a couple of things off of my 128t. Still in the midst of deciding what I'm going to do. But all in all, came with the 2 rocket launchers. Got scissors in there with a homemade leash for my scissors. And that's about it. If you guys have any questions, there's a lot of videos out there on the big rig. I have not used it yet, but from what I could see, it looks amazing. And I'm looking forward to the spring. It's a hell of a winter here in New York, but this is kind of my update on my Ascend 128t and my big rig. Looking forward to make a East Coast venture over the summer and go from New York, maybe down to Cape May, into Delaware, Virginia, North Carolina, and South Carolina, and look for some speckled trout, black and red drum, and whatever else my son and I can find. I'm in the midst of upgrading my kayak, my trailer as well to accommodate these 2 kayaks. Very excited. This is my new addition right here, and that is a Daiwa BG 4500. That looks amazing. Great reviews, and I put it on a surf stick Tsunami that is 8 feet, and I really wanted a a medium action rod that I could use, and I couldn't really find one for a reasonable price. So this is a surf stick that I'm going to use in my kayak, and we'll see how it goes. All right, see you guys on the water. Tight lines, peeps, and I'll keep you posted.